Hello, everybody. My name is Andrew Gitner, and I'm going to be your child's English teacher this year. Or you clicked on this video by accident, in which case, welcome, glad you're here. A few things about me. One, I moved to Colorado in 2014, and I've been teaching in the state ever since. So this is starting my 8th year teaching, which is pretty phenomenal. Second, I am really passionate about being an English teacher. I've wanted to be an English teacher since I was 15 years old and a sophomore in high school myself. So it's a really cool, circle of life kind of move to be able to teach sophomore English and hopefully give away the kind of passion and just the ability to see that sometimes the world is more interconnected and more interesting than we ever could have imagined alone. And third, I love disc golf, so feel free to go check out the disc golf course. It starts outside we put that in at the end of last year. It starts just to the left of the teacher's parking lot, and it follows the mountain bike trail. We have 9 holes, and it's the best designed school course I've ever played. So a couple things just to know off the bat. First, if you take a look, you'll see my contact information. My email is agitner@jeffcoschools.us. You'll also see my website there. And honestly, there's just a bunch of links to email me through my website. The best way to get in touch with me is email. I do answer emails. With that, that basic thing for follow-up questions later, this video is going to take you through kind of what the class is about, maybe some quirks, maybe some tips and tricks, and then hopefully you have time to head to the next one. Let's get started. Hi guys, I'm really excited to be teaching juniors this year. Some of you might recognize me, and if that's the case, either I'm really excited and I'm glad for you, or I'm sorry. Either way, it's going to be a good year. We'll have a good time. So for juniors, we have a few very specific goals that I just want you to take a look at. They're here. These are directly from my syllabus. We want to build reading stamina. We want to build writing stamina. We want to be self-reflective of how we're learning. We're starting to become upperclassmen. We're starting to get closer and closer to that scary societal cutoff called adulthood, where we have to become more self-governing, and we want to really become more mature writers and analysts. And that involves making connections, not reading stuff in a vacuum. And we also do want to help you prepare for the SAT. Because if you do well, you can get free money. We're going to do parts of that by reading excerpts from the Anthropocene Reviewed by John Green. It's a phenomenal book. I left it at the school, but it's so good. We're going to take a look at that for just some cultural criticism. We're going to read The Alchemists, where we kind of take an inward journey, start to look at ourselves and others and our relationships with the world. We're going to read excerpts from we're going to cut out part of The Kite Runner, because there's part of the novel that is interesting if you really like it, but isn't necessary to kind of get to the things we're exploring. And we're probably going to read Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut, which is super classic. And interspliced within, there's going to be other pieces of nonfiction. There's going to be, other things that you select. And we're going to really try to explore ourselves as mature coming-of-age people, both through explorations of our own writing style and through others. So that's junior English this year, and I'm really stoked. I think we're going to have a good time. There are some quirks to my classes that I want you to be aware of. The first one has to do with grading and late work. For each of my classes, there are certain assignments that are non-negotiable. You must attempt them to pass that semester. And English classes are the only ones in the state of Colorado where you have to pass every single semester. No do-overs, or you end up with credit recovery, which I also teach. Hi, I'm Andrew Gitner. Hopefully never to be your credit recovery teacher. But those are must attempt assignments, right? And the other things we do in class tend to build to those assignments. So if you miss one of those building assignments, those formative assessments, the things that inform the final product, then you will get an F on it if you miss it. However, that will show up as this word, an incomplete in campus, and a 50%. Okay? If it says incomplete in campus, it means it's missing. Those are the same thing. I do that because I think the math works out fairer for students, and it lets you, sometimes people have a bad day and it means that you're not automatically ineligible for sports or automatically grounded or whatever will ends up happening. But for parents and guardians, need to know incomplete, this word right here, means missing. I also don't take a late work penalty. So students who are really successful in my classes, everybody misses stuff occasionally. But the students who are successful will come talk to me, and we find a time usually to just sit down and like give some time or space after school, or before school or during lunch, to do the assignment, and I will grade it right there. Another thing that I usually do is I collect however, if you're not going to like show me the late work right there, if you want to turn it in remotely, you must put it into the late work form, which is on my website, and I also put it at the top of Google Classroom. Okay, I'll show you a picture here. That's the late work form. Students complete that. It emails a receipt. I don't grade late work really like immediately. Okay, so if you want me to put a grade in immediately, you have to sit and make time to hang with me, and we'll talk for a little bit, but you have to show me that you did it, and I'll put it in then, if I can at that point. Booking appointment slots in the beginning of the day, and students can do that through Google Classroom, through my website. It's at the top of the syllabus. Any of those will work. That's a good time, or a good way to use those appointment slots. So that's about it. Oh, tips and tricks. The first one is take a look down here. And I mean, like and subscribe to this video, but if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, occasionally I'll put out information both for parents and guardians, and that's how I store videos for students. So you'll get neat information there. Please, again, email me, both students or parents or guardians. Like, I'm happy to talk to you, and I will respond. If I don't, it just means that I missed your email or something weird happened with the district email filter and it went to spam. Sorry. The last thing is, most students, if they struggle, it's because they didn't talk to me, and I really do want to help. Okay, my goal is for us to have a year where you learn, and learning is fundamentally about us communicating. So if we don't talk, we don't learn, and I believe we can learn a lot this year, and I'm excited to help do that. But no student has ever come talk to me and left with a lower grade. So that's the biggest tip and trick I can offer. For everything else, take a look at my website. Thank you. Enjoy your next class. Hope this video wasn't too long. Like and subscribe for more, and I hope you have a wonderful evening or morning or midday. Thanks.